Hello again, everyone. This is Randy, your sewing machine man, and tell you what we're going to do is do a little quick demonstration, because all week I've had a bunch of machines that came in here where the needle plates were chewed up in the back and the presser foot was chewed up in the back and the hook down below was scratched up pretty severely and causing the thread to break. And a lot of this is due to the fact that when you get to the limit of a machine, you have to say, okay, it's done what it can do and we can't do any more. So like this little, we got a Kenmore Ultra Stitch 8 just for illustration purposes, because I know that no matter what I do, the worst that can happen is I break a needle and not a gear. It has steel gears in it, so these old guys are pretty awesome. It's a little Kenmore 158. So you're sewing along and you got your regular sewing, you got your Teflon foot on there so it doesn't drag. You go over a couple layers of leather and you're back stitching over it and everything, but it's so like crazy. You think, man, this is awesome. And you get to more layers of leather plus the other, and just gonna climb over it. Oh boy, we're good. It's not bad. And you get down to like, this is gonna be like the simulated scene on, let's say the end of the hem there on denim, and that would be 4 layers here of this garment leather. And you get to that, and you gotta try to get over it, of course. You lift the front of it up, and you say, I can do this. Lift up on the presser foot and maybe help it a little bit and get it up on there. And you think, well, I'm good, I'm good, I'm good. And then it gets to the point where the needle, this will want to sew through it, but you get to like the Singer heavy duties and a lot of the brothers, that needle will go down and it'll stop. And when it stops, it's saying, okay, I'm done. And what folks usually do is they get a hold of the hand wheel and they force it, and that's what usually breaks it. I always say the machine won't commit suicide. It's usually a homicide by the operator. The needle goes down and stops and says, okay, I'm done, and then it won't kill itself, but when the operator takes it by the hand wheel and forces it, that's usually what will cause the breakage of a gear or a component in a machine. So when a machine says I've had enough and I can't do any more, you got to respect that and get you a different machine or get a different project or back it off a couple layers. But as long as you're on a couple layers and leather, it's not a problem. You got a steel gear machine. But that's just an illustration to tell you, don't try to press your luck. And like my customers say, but I only needed to go 3 more stitches. Yeah, but it was like sewing over a yardstick when you're going over that thickness at the end of the hem on denim. That kills industrial machines. That's just a kiss of death for a sewing machine. You got to be real careful with that. And just for illustration today, I'm using my new toy. I got this today, a little Klein Tools power pack. It's the KTB5 high capacity battery, lithium ion, and I can charge a lot of stuff with it, and I can run a sewing machine with it. And it has a clean sine wave. You always look for that if you want to sew with your electronic machines, or you plug any kind of electronics through there so you don't get any kind of interference from the motor of a generator. So you can plug this in between what are you using and the generator. Let the generator be charging this as you're sewing, and it'll stay charged. I'm down to 97%. I started at 99% about an hour ago. It says I have 26 hours left of this little bitty guy, and of course Klein, they make good stuff. If you're an electrician, practically every tool you have is a Klein. So I got this today. I got a real good deal on it, and they're out there, and I'll take it into the factory with me. If they got 220, I'll plug my 110 stuff and use my Dremels and stuff for this. So just threw that in there just for a little bonus. But your machine won't commit suicide. Likely when it breaks, it's a homicide. Back to the sewing.